Okay, so it's basically August and Rockstar has posted literally nothing. Not a screenshot, not a teaser, nothing. And everybody in the comments is losing their minds about trailer 3, is it delayed? And myself included, honestly. I check their Twitter like 3 times a day for no reason at this point. But I wanted to figure this out and actually did some investigation and dug into what's going on instead of just complaining about it. Is if GTA is delayed. And no, it is not delayed. There's this guy, Nate the Hate 2. He's been right about a lot of GTA stuff before, and he flat out said November is still happening, GTA is still releasing, and it's exactly as planned. And it's not just some random Twitter guy saying this either. Zelnick, the Take-Two CEO, just filed the actual shareholder letter, like the legal document version, and it says point blank that GTA 6 is still planned for November 19th. So when you've got a leaker with a track record and an actual SEC filing agreeing with each other, I think we're good on the delay aspect. So I would consider that one basically settled at this point, and I wouldn't really stress about it. So now on to the bigger question, the question that the community is just enraged about. Where is trailer 3? And somebody in Nate's replies basically asked him, are we seriously not getting anything before Gamescom? He doesn't see August coming and going without a GTA 6 update and a trailer 3 drop. And in his exact wording, the true wonder is when in August, which is still kind of vague, but it's something, and it's something to look forward to. But there's one date I keep coming back to, which is August 7th. That's the next Take-Two earnings call, and if you think about it from a business standpoint, dropping a big trailer right before you talk to investors is just free ammo. On the call, you get to go, hey, look how many people watched this trailer in 24 hours. And so my guess, and honestly I think it's most people's guess at this point, is something's gonna drop around this August time frame. Maybe a couple days before, a couple days after, but somewhere in this range. And here's the part that actually kind of got me excited. Somebody asked Nate directly if we'd see actual gameplay, not just another cinematic trailer, and his response was, I expect that we're gonna see a fair bit of GTA 6 next month, which is different from trailer 1 and 2. Those were just both story stuff with Jason and Lucia, no actual gameplay. So if that's the case, we might not even be getting a normal trailer 3. We might be getting like a gameplay deep dive, which I feel like might probably melt the internet for like a week or so. And it's not just Nate saying August either, which is honestly what makes me actually believe it. Tom Henderson called this months ago, like way before anyone else even was saying August. Everyone kind of just brushed it off at the time, like there was no way Rockstar makes us wait until August for another trailer. And now here we are, it's August, no trailer, people are mad, and there's 2 leakers who don't even talk to each other, and they landed on the same exact month. I don't know, I feel like that's a pretty big coincidence if it is wrong. Alright, so that's the trailer situation. There should be no delay. GTA 6 should be releasing on November 19th, and I would say it's safe to say that this month trailer 3 should be dropping, which is tied to that earnings call. Moving on to something almost no one's actually talking about, which is honestly the part I find a little bit more interesting. But while everyone's been refreshing Twitter, Rockstar's lawyers have been filing actual patents, like real documents you can go and look up yourself, and reading through them kind of changes how you think about what they're actually building here. So first one is about traffic, and if you played GTA 5 for more than an hour, you already know it's bad. The way it works right now is cars follow these fixed points called nodes, and once a car picks its next node, it will not change its mind. It'll sit in a jam for an actual real time, it'll drive into a wall, whatever, it doesn't care. That's why one stalled car can back up an entire block, and you can literally clear a lane for someone, and they still just won't merge into it, because the decision already got made, and there's no going back on it. This patent adds a second layer on top of that. They call it a course graph. Basically, it's like a simplified version of the whole map made of bigger chunks instead of tiny individual nodes. So instead of a car only knowing the one node right in front of it, it can actually see its whole trip ahead of time and reroute if something's in the way. And there's this other detail in there where cars can have their own individual driving behavior, so 2 cars could take the same route and drive it completely differently, which, I don't know, that's a pretty small detail, but it opens up stuff like weather actually messing with traffic, or cops that can actually cut you off through side streets instead of just following you in a straight line forever like they do now. Second patent's about the economy, which if you've ever played GTA Online, you know, needed this like 5 years ago. Right now, buying a car or a property just kind of freezes the game while it figures out if it worked, and heist payouts sometimes just don't show up until you reload. This patent basically splits all of that into separate little functions instead of one giant script running everything, so if one thing breaks, it doesn't take the whole economy down with it, and the actual server decides if something's legit now, not your own game, which is a big deal because that's the whole reason duping has been possible this entire time. I'll say this part is more speculation, but a system like that is also exactly what you need if they ever wanted to add a real player trading or some kind of marketplace. Nothing confirmed at all, I just wanted to be clear about that. I'm just saying the pieces would be there if they ever wanted to build it eventually. Third one's about lobbies, and honestly I think this is the one people are gonna feel the most. Right now public sessions have a hard cap, so it's either dead or way too crowded depending on where you spawn in. This patent describes merging sessions together when players end up in the same area and splitting them back apart if it gets overloaded. So in theory a big event could actually feel big instead of you being the only person there because of how matchmaking worked out. Obviously more players around means more chances of running into a griefer if they don't handle it carefully, but there's kind of an easy fix for that too. Just stop showing everyone's exact dot on the map. Do like a vague someone's nearby thing instead, pair it with actual proximity voice chat, and it just feels like a normal encounter instead of someone hunting you down with a radar. Anyway, that's basically where things stand. Trailer 3 is probably coming sometime this month. There's no delay in the release date. November 19th is still the date. And behind all that, Rockstar is quietly building the actual technical stuff to fix what was actually broken the whole time in GTA Online. And to be clear, none of the patent stuff is guaranteed, obviously. Companies file patents and never use them all the time. But when you put it together, it doesn't really feel like they're just slapping out a sequel. It feels more like they're actually trying to fix what was wrong before. That's it for this one. If you got something out of it, drop a like and subscribe if you want to catch the next patent breakdown or whenever Trailer 3 actually drops. And I'll see you in the next one, my friends.